Oh boy, the stock market is a disaster today, guys. We're seeing the next leg down, and we got to break that down in this video. So without further ado, let's not waste any time. Sit back, relax, take a sip of your coffee, and let's just dive into the video. It's currently about 2:15 p.m. on the East Coast, and we have the Russell down 1.6, Nasdaq's down 1.4, and we have the S&P down 1.2 as the Dow is down 1%. And on top of that, we have the VIX up as expected. It is up to about 27 points now, up 2.3% on the day. And you guys can see here on SPY on the 20-day chart, and we'll take a look here at Triple Q in a second, and we're going to break down Bitcoin and Ethereum later in the video, so make sure you guys stick on throughout here. You can see we ended up taking out the lows from earlier this week, and this is on SPY on the 20-day chart. The low earlier this week was $400, right? We hit 396 today, and we're currently just at about 398. So we clearly took that low out. And sure, maybe at this point we do get a little bit of a relief rally or even just flat consolidation heading into the close. Quite frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if that were to happen, considering the markets are getting killed right now. And on the intraday chart, we are starting to see a potential double bottom here, maybe. But of course, time will tell, and you got to subscribe to see that, how the market closed, because I'm going to make another video on it later on today. But we'll see, guys. But all I know, in the short term, we're getting killed right now. And if this thing falls under 395, let's say we don't get that consolidation relief rally heading into the close. If we crack under 395, which happens to be where my next alert is for the downside, this is going to unleash the next huge leg down, which at that point, we could be going back to the lows from the middle of June. We're pretty much at that point right now where it's the moment of truth. After 395, the next main support level, I'd say, is about 380. That's where we bottomed, I think, in the middle of May. Yup. And then after that, we have the lows from June. So that's what I'm seeing right now on SPY. Selling is accelerating 100%. And same thing here with Triple Q. Let's pull that up and see. Right now, this is holding above 295, 300 by a thread. Let me tell you that. It's by a thread, barely. And if we do crack under 295 on Triple Q, where is this going to be going based on this chart? Roughly 282 initially. That's where we were in the middle of May, end of May. You can see that. That's where it bottomed, 280, 282. So that's where I think it could go initially. Then if that were to break, lows from June right around the corner, roughly at $269 a share. So, yeah, the next leg down is here, in my opinion. This is it. We're looking at it right now. And during these time periods of volatility, red, a lot of people are panicking. Oh, my God, what's going to happen? This, that, the third. You got to have a watch list. This is why I always say, have 5, 10, 15, 20 stocks on your watch list and understand these companies, know where you want to buy them. So when we are crashing, when the markets are going down again, which is what's happening right now, and individual stocks start going down, you know where you want to buy. For me personally, it's like, let's say, for example, I have 3 stocks on my watch list, Apple, Google, and Meta. I'm going to be like, all right, and these happen to be on my watch list, guys, funny enough. Meta, I'm looking to buy more at 140 to 145. We're not quite there yet, but we're a stone's throw away. If we do get that next leg down or the continuation of this leg down, Meta's going to be one that I'm going to be buying more of. Google is another one. Let's pull that up. Google is almost near my buy zone. It's got a little bit more to go, but if it comes down under 195, I'm going to be buying more Google for sure at that point. And Apple's also on my watch list, but this is one that I'm not looking to buy more of. I'm watching it, I'm holding it, but if it does get down maybe to $110, $100, I'd buy more there. But here, guys, at 160, I'm not buying it. In fact, I actually trimmed. Funny enough, timing the market is impossible all the time. By that, I mean, if you think you're going to time the market every single time you try and time the market, you're going to do it perfectly, you're a fool. But sometimes you can time the market. And not on purpose. Sometimes by chance it happens to be that way. And this is actually what happened with Apple last week, or whenever it was at 173, guys. And I posted this on my Patreon and I mentioned it in my video back then. I trimmed at 173 bucks. No joke. I trimmed Apple at 173, and that ended up being a perfectly timed move. But again, don't just fall for people that are like, oh, I could always time the market. That's stupid. Nobody could do it, but sometimes by chance, like it did in this case with me, it ended up, I ended up timing the market correctly, and here we are. I saved myself about 10%. It's dropped 10% from that point. Now it's at 158 bucks a share. So Apple is one that I'm going to be waiting probably a while to buy more of. It's just not anywhere near a point where I'd be buying it, but Google and Meta, they're getting there. They're getting there. We shall see. So those are a couple of stocks I'm looking at, and some quick thoughts on SPY and Triple Q. Now let's shift over, and if you guys are still here, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. You guys are awesome. Without you all, this channel would not be possible. I say that all the time. And don't forget to get your 13 stocks from Moomoo, link down below, and your 12 stocks from Webull. All the details are down below. So what we're looking at right here, guys, and this is Webull, by the way, the platform that I personally use to just look at crypto charts and analyze crypto. And by the way, I'm not a huge crypto guy. You guys know that. I'm mostly stock market, but I do like looking at this stuff as well. So right now, Ethereum is at $14.90. It is down 4%. And as you all should know at this point, Ethereum, Bitcoin, crypto is way more volatile and speculative than the stock market. So if the stock market's down, for the most part, you should expect Bitcoin and Ethereum to be down even more than that. And sure, we've had stock market red, Bitcoin, Ethereum green. That happens, but usually on heavy red days like today, Bitcoin, Ethereum, they're going to be red. More red than the stock market. And in this case, what we see here on the, what is this, the 4-hour chart, we have a clear inverse, or not an inverse, a regular head and shoulders. Clear head and shoulders on Ethereum to the point where we're in the making of the right shoulder right now. And if I extend this, let's see if I, hypothetically draw this out. If this red continues in the stock market, we get that continuation in the leg down, which right now looks like we probably will as of now. Ethereum's going to collapse. Bitcoin as well. That right shoulder and Ethereum could be going down to 1,100, 1,000 if things get very ugly, which who knows if that happens. But in the short term, I'd be saying 1,200, 1,250, 13. That's where this could be going. No doubt about it. And I think Bitcoin, if I pull it up, it's essentially the same thing. Give me a second here, guys. Why does it always pull up Bitcoin Cash first? I don't get that. But here we go. Yeah, Bitcoin's essentially the same thing. If I remove these drawings very quickly, you all can see a clear head and shoulders on Bitcoin. And this is actually already under 20,000. I mean, this has collapsed like crazy from 25,000 to 20,000. What is that? About a 20% drop or something like that in just a couple of days. This could easily take the lows out. I mean, it's actually closer to the lows than Ethereum is, way closer. I mean, Ethereum, you guys saw, it hit 880 bucks a coin, and now it's at 1,500. Ethereum still has to cut another 50% to be at that low, whereas Bitcoin is at 19.7, the low is at 17.6. If Bitcoin goes down another 10-15%, it's at the lows like that. Maybe even less than that if my math is wrong. But, Bitcoin's right there. I could see this going for the lows, no doubt about it, if the weakness overall in the stock market continues. Because let's be real here. Let's be real. Bitcoin and Ethereum, they track the stock market, really the NASDAQ. I mean, it's kind of like it tracks the NASDAQ. It's not correlated, right? So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, guys. As always, I love talking to you all, replying to the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. And let's just go back to ThinkOrSwim before we wrap the video up. We're about 10 minutes in right now and see kind of what's going on, anything new. And by the looks of it, nothing really new is going on. We're still down 1.6 on the Russell, down 1.5 on the NASDAQ, S&P down 1.2. Dow down 1%, pretty much the same as when we started this video. And now the VIX is up about 3% as I'm filming this video And really, when we look at my watch list, guys, I only have 3 stocks in the green here. Square, barely green. Well, I guess it's called block now, and now it actually just went red. We have CrowdStrike up 0.5% and JWN up 0.5%. Oh, I forgot to mention Best Buy. They reported earnings this morning. If I pull this up, and we'll wrap the video up after this, they ended up doing $1.54 EPS versus $1.27 estimated, so they did beat that. And they beat on revenue, $10.33 billion versus $10.24 billion estimated. And Q2 same-store sales were down on the year, 12.1% versus the down 12.9% estimate. So they're down year over year, but not as down as, or not as bad as the estimate was looking like. So the stock is up 2%. And earlier in the day, guys, I'm not sure if you caught it, but this thing was up to $80 a share pretty much, $79.30. It's now at $75. So it ripped. Now it's come down a bit. It looks like it filled the gap back down to about 75. So if we end up getting, and mind you, right now we have a Head and Shoulders clear as day. We failed at the neckline earlier today, which is at about that's at about $80. So if we do break the neckline at $80, 85.6 could be next. That was the high from the middle of August, just about 2 weeks ago. So I like Best Buy here. You know, I'm not rushing to buy it, but I'm going to be watching it. And actually, I thought it was on my watch list. Hold on a second. Why is it not on my watch list anymore? Let me just put it right there. Yep, there we go. I just added it back. So Best Buy, I'm watching it. You guys should probably put it on your watch list as well. And with that being said, we'll wrap the video up. If you found value, all I ask is to hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe. Check out my Patreon and all the links down below. You can get some free stocks, 13 stocks for a Moo with a $100 deposit. Each of those could be up to $2,000, and you could also get 12 free stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. All those stocks are linked down below, and just know, guys, all those links do help out the channel. I appreciate you all as always. So with that being said, cheers. I will catch you in the next video. Peace out.